I'm Ryan Berg from Greenlee. I work within the new product development team here in Rockford, Illinois. One of the things that Greenlee prides itself on is the incorporation of ergonomics into the design of its tools. We've been working with that for about 10 years. Over the course of that 10 years, it's kind of morphed a little bit, not just from the design of the tools, but it also incorporates how the tools are used and the environment they're used in. Just recently, we had a municipality from Tennessee reach out to us, the Knoxville Utilities Board, asking us to come down and monitor and just ultimately give them a helping hand of how tools are used, which tools are used, and then the environments that they're going to be used in.
In 2016, we saw a high incidence of what we considered to be preventable strains and sprains, and so we invested a lot of time and resources into understanding mitigation opportunities for those injuries. I think Knoxville Utilities Board was interested in working with Greenlee because we had already explored a few areas of ergonomics and preparation to perform, but really opening up our scope to include proper tool selection. Something like this is really going to say, okay, was it the straw that broke the camel's back, or was it the multiple in and outs of every single day that we could have prevented that injury?
My name's Hayden Sparks. I work for KUB and I'm a safety specialist. So I don't believe that ergonomics is understood well enough throughout the industry, particularly utilities. There's been a lot of focus on what will kill you instantly, but we haven't really honed in on those long-term issues or potential things that can hurt us down the line, like ergonomics. This is kind of the tip of the spear for KUB's ergonomics program. I was interested in working with Greenlee because one of our distributors had a contact in Ryan, and I reached out about some tools and potential improvement opportunities that we were looking for, and maybe some newer technology that I couldn't find on my own when I was doing my individual research. KUB in the past really hasn't had too many quantitative analysis and hasn't been able to measure exactly an ergonomic issue or pinpoint our problems, and Ryan's really helped us with that moving forward.
It's almost as if you can talk about all day about how something is easier to use, but once you start putting numbers to it and make it quantitative, that's where you really can separate opinion from the facts. So it's kind of funny, after we get through doing a test and we'll have that subject come back and look at what was happening, and we can identify throughout the process of what they were doing, saying, on that third repetitive motion, did you feel something in your right forearm? And they're like, yeah. And we can basically show them what was going on literally within their body and how much energy they were producing and how they were overcompensating when they were getting tired, for instance. So getting to the point where they're fatiguing themselves to the point of potentially hurting themselves.
I think that there's been a lot of surprise, particularly from the people who have volunteered to be the test subjects for us and allowed us to hook the sensors up to them. They know that they're feeling the strain and they're feeling sore when they go home, but actually seeing those spikes in their particular muscles that we've attached to, it's really surprising to me, and I know it's surprising to them. It really helps if everyone can visualize by seeing a graph and seeing a video that says, hey, you can see the damage that you're doing to yourself. We want you to use this new innovative tool. We want you to change your process to something else. And that'll help us beat that stigma of we've done it this way 100 years and we're going to continue to use this old way and this old tool.
The importance of a company like Greenlee, their dynamics and their automation and how they are creating equipment for this industry to use to decrease muscle forces, soft tissue injury, to make jobs easier, more applicable, and increase longevity of employees. I think Greenlee's doing a great job trying to do that with their battery operated tools.
You hear all these stories of linemen who have been in this field for 20, 30 years, and after using all the manual tools, they get just all these different injuries. And KUB is really taking an initiative to provide us with these newer battery tools to really focus on the health of its employees long term.
I think every utility could benefit from this level of analysis. Finding where your injuries are happening, finding where you have areas of vulnerability, and then reacting to them with task-based assessment. Maybe you could see an impact in your workers' comp dollars. Maybe you could see an impact in your DART, your lost time, restricted days away. There's a lot that we could take away from this and share with our peer utilities.
We've kind of spearheaded this ergonomic initiative, and that's not just for my company at KUB. That's more for the industry in general, at least in the Southeast region.
I think one of the things that I've really appreciated about working with Greenlee is that they're going to find you a solution. I know Ryan was an advocate yesterday about, when we send you a study, we're going to help you no matter what. This would have never been possible, and just the amount of time and effort that you guys have put in to help us, it really means a lot. And I think there's going to be large-scale takeaways. Hayden and I even heard that just in individual conversations with employees, is nobody has cared enough to go to this level of detail with us in the past. And I think that means a lot as an HR person, and it means a lot as an employee. So thank you.